Let's take a moment. Let's all take a moment here and breathe. And make sure the stream is public, not members only, because that would be a disaster. Because I think the stream is members only right now. Guys, I got terrible news. Terrible, terrible news. Conor McGregor is out of UFC 303. My worst nightmare has come true. Hold me. Chat, hold me, please. Wait. I was in the middle of watching The Boys. We completed episode 1. And then as I was about to start episode number 2, I was like, let me just look online, see what's going on. Maybe there's an update on UFC 303. Maybe, just maybe. And lo and behold, that tomato-faced, egghead Dana White gets on social media and starts screaming at me and saying that Conor McGregor will not be competing at UFC 303. Now, the good news is this. I guess he's fighting at the end of the year, maybe in August, maybe, who knows. And by the way, hit the like button because we started off this as a members only by accident. But this is going to everybody. This is going out to the world. A night of mourning, a night where I am supposed to be off, watching The Boys, and ripped away from my show. And here we are talking about the new main event, the new co-main event. And some other stupid fight. It's a bruised foot. Is that what it is? Bruised foot. Conor's a bruised foot. Conor's pissing you off, yeah. I don't know. People rejoicing right now. People going crazy. I told you so. He's never going to fight again. He's not going to fight on this card. I mean, the good news is he's supposed to fight Michael Chandler is pulled off the card as well, which shows us that he's waiting for that red panty night. He don't care. Michael Chandler's he'll either never fight again or he'll wait to fight Conor McGregor for that red panty night. He's a bruised crack. This changeup is better. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Changeup is better. By the way, I got to say this. Yuri Prochazka will beat Alex Pereira because he was going to beat him the first time until Mark Goddard stepped in. So this fight was inevitably going to happen. We just got it a little sooner. So Yuri Prochazka will take out Potan, and then we'll finally stop hearing about Chama. There's nothing like a Conor McGregor fight week. There's nothing like a Conor McGregor press conference. There's nothing like a Conor McGregor fight. Win or lose, there is nothing like a Conor McGregor fight. I hit the like button because we started this stream off as members only by accident. So hit it right now. If you're just jumping in, we're mourning the great Conor McGregor, not so great, as he is out of UFC 303. Yuri doesn't know how to bet the house on Yuri Prochazka. Bet the house. All you fucking potards out there. And I like Alex Potan Pereira, I do. But you guys make me hate him. Yuri Prochazka will go in with his dopey hair. And he will knock out Potan. He'll drag him. He will get him down to the ground. Enough is enough with the potards. Enough is enough. I'm triggered. I am absolutely triggered. Do you realize the red panty night we were going to have on 303? Our subscriber count's going through the roof. Our views going through the roof. Everything's going crazy right now. Where all systems go. Quest 100K. Growing the community. Red panty night. Big donos. Conor McGregor. He's going to fight. Everyone's going to go crazy. I hate Conor. I like Conor. Who cares? It's going to be glorious. And then all of a sudden it gets pulled away from all of us fans. The McGregor pillow gets pulled away once again. People have been dying for this McGregor pillow that I'm going to be giving away when the notorious one returns. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the nose was right. Hats off to the nose. The nose was correct. They were indeed working on something behind the scenes. They weren't cooking on putting together this pay-per-view and making something special. They were panicking, scrambling, like a bunch of mongoloids, so they could make their stupid-ass Roku show. Making a dumbass Roku show. They should be freaking making Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. The greatest fight of all time. Ripped. Just ripped. Away from the fans. Ripped away. And now we gotta see the potards show up in the chat again. Chamas. What nonsense. Please, Yuri Prohaska, put us out of our misery. Please, Yuri Prohaska. I'm sick of that stone-faced asshole. I'm sick of it. I'm furious right now. I'm going to burn all the potards. Burn the pillow. I'm going to burn the potards. Save the card. How are they going to justify that price? $12,000 tickets. How are they going to... What are they going to do? What are they going to do? All those tickets... There's going to be mass cancellations. No way in hell are people going to be paying $600 for nosebleeds. It's just not happening. I didn't even get to do my hair. I was watching The Boys, watching Homelander, be an asshole. Then I see Dana White just screaming and yelling. A little sweaty, telling us about these new fights. The co-main event... what is that guy, Lopez? Who's a fucking beast. Just getting yanked from the Sadiq Yusuf fight. Great performance. Okay, now you got to fight Brian Ortega. Because we're panicking over here. We need to put together a good fight. So we're going to just rush you into Brian Ortega fight. And I hope Lopez wins. Knocks out that Cobra haircut looking motherfucker. Knocks out Tracy Cortez's ex. Should be a good fight. Should be a solid fight. But the Jamal Hill versus the Olberg fight was better. But guess what, guys? Olberg stays on the card. And Carlos Olberg will be fighting that mongoloid Anthony Smith. Hey, you guys! That freaking guy. That won't go away. The guy that says the dumbest shit on podcasts. Yeah, that dude. Anthony Smith. I can't wait to see him get knocked the fuck out again. Let's go, Olberg. UFC 303, International Fight Week. Listen, on any other pay-per-view, I would like this. But we went from Conor McGregor, mega superstar, greatest to ever do it. Greatest to ever hit the mic, greatest to ever enter the octagon. Double champion. Double champ does whatever the double champ wants. That gets ripped away from us. And we got potards. We got cobra heads. Stop messaging me. We got fucking Chunk from the Goodies. What is his name? The Sloth from the Goodies. All this nonsense. You got to panic. You got to rearrange all. You got to scramble. Jamal Hill's out because he's injured too. You mean to tell me that there was no backup plan? Listen, any other pay-per-view, I'd take it, sure. But what happens if Potan or Yuri Prohaska, what happens if something falls through? Does that mean like Anthony Smith will get bumped up and fight for the title? What if someone misses weight and the title's not on the line? What's the backup plan? There's got to be a backup plan, right? So what's the backup plan for the main event? Since you didn't have a backup plan the first time. Oh yeah, by the way, Hamzat Chimaev That rat lip motherfucker. He's almost dying in a hospital right now. He's out. He's not fighting. I hope he gets well. I actually do hope he gets well. Let's get back to the shtick. You know that fucking rat lip bastard? He's out. So Saudi Arabia. Now listen, Robert Whittaker's fighting that, what's that guy's name? Ikram? What's his name? It's like, crumb. You know, crumb donut, crumb cake. Crumb cake, Russian neckbeard motherfucker. That's happened in Saudi. You think the Saudis are happy about this? They had Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. Now you got a fucking Robert Whittaker versus a crumb. Oh, God, I'm not doing good. Optimal, I'm not doing good. I was watching The Boys. I was about to enter episode number 2. And the worst thing I ever did was just turn on social media. I should have just left it off. Saved this for Fuko Friday. But here we are. We got Perez versus some fucking Japanese twink on Saturday. Think about these 3 fucking cards. Misery. I get to see that stupid fucking arrow again. Like, I'm just sick of the stomping the arrow. Enough's enough. Can Yuri fucking please beat the dude? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Conor's dead to you? Just cancel the whole event. Just cancel the whole goddamn thing. The whole thing. My summer's ruined. I know. Tell me about it. I went to the pool today with the kids. If I knew this before I went to the pool, I probably would have drowned myself. I probably would have went under. I'd be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to do a little underwater swimming and never come back up. Too much drama. Yeah, we went through, like, why couldn't the UFC weeks ago, when we knew that Conor McGregor bruised his puss, weeks ago, why could they just be like, yo, guys, it's not happening. We're just looking into something. Why they had to string us along, motherfuckers? Why? Like, why? What's the if Conor's not going to fight, what the fuck are you stringing us along for? And Conor with the stupid picture in the chiropractor office with the dumbass grin. His Ben-ass grin. The arrow stomp is NPC activated. Listen, I'm sorry if I'm pissing off any of the potards out there. I apologize. Because I do like Alex Pereira. I just fucking hate his fans. Kind of like how people hate Conor McGregor fans. I hate Alex Pereira fans. I hate Sean Strickland fans, Colby Covington fans. I hate every other fan but Conor fans. I only like Conor fans. I don't like you guys. If you're a Conor fan, I like you. Anyone else could kick rocks. I should dive into the shallow end. You're right. I should. I think tomorrow I'll go back to the pool. I'll find a nice 3-foot end. I'll go head first, hands behind my back. I mean, this is unbelievable. Fucking Chama. You guys are your Chamas. That motherfucker can't even speak a lick of English. Not one word. All he knows is how to say is Chama. You guys are just all slurping that cock. Just slurping the shit out of it. Yuri's going to put him in a grave. Yuri's going to put him in a grave. With all that he's going to activate the autism, Yuri Prohaska. He's going to fucking jerk off the thing on the back of his head. It's going to activate the autism. And Mark Goddard, if you're the fucking ref for this fight, I'm so triggered. This stream might just go down. I don't even know. I have no idea. I just don't know. I was having a nice night with my wife. Watching The Boys. Watching Homelander pull grays out of his pubes. Couldn't even enjoy episode number 2. Before you can reach others, must first learn to touch yourself. Thank you. I will. Autistic Samurai Pyro. Man, I can't wait until that Autistic Samurai. I do got to say, I mean, listen. we got robbed the first time with Prohaska versus Pereira. There shouldn't even be a rematch. Pereira would have lost the first one anyway if it wasn't for Mark Goddard stepping in. The autism was this close to being activated. The more Alex gets hit in the head, the autism intensifies and the samurai is released. That's how it works. Mark Goddard, you prick. I don't know who's worse. Mark Goddard or Dana White for breaking the news in the shittiest way you could possibly. I was going to put up a short. I wasn't even going to stream. I was going to put up the short of Dana White and then me giving him the fucking finger afterwards. Because honestly, you guys are pricks. UFC, you're a bunch of fucking assholes. Us fans out there, all we wanted was the truth. It's all we asked for. If Conor McGregor was going to fight and all this stuff with smoke and mirrors and a shtick, fine, whatever, sell your goddamn tickets. But you strung us along for autism versus fucking the Brazilian simp fan base. That goddamn, there's another autistic, the fucking mullet dude. Lopez is autistic too with that fucking, I mean, I got a mullet too. Maybe I'm autistic. I could be. Shout to the autistic. Let's go, champs. Let's be honest. You go from this, from super duper casual, super duper excitement, titanium shin bone, to this. Did you just say Yuri idiots? Yuri Prohaska could be possibly one of the greatest people to ever step into the octagon. Have you ever name any other autistic champ? There's not one. There's not one you can throw out there. That's why I stand with Spectrum Man. Okay? I stand with him. That stiff-ass potard. Fucking Michael Chandler. What a piece of shit he is, huh? Just a little cuck boy. Michael Chandler, the little money cuck. That's what he is. Michael Chandler's a goddamn money cuck. I fucking hate him too. For being a little bitch and just waiting around for Conor McGregor. What the fuck? Pull yourself together, son. Pull yourself together. Your little adopted kids at home, they love you. Stop being a fucking money cuck. I'm sick of him too. Waiting around like a little bitch. Oh, so pissed. What are we going to do? This dude is just waiting around. Just waiting around to fight Conor. I hope Conor never fights again. I hope he never fights again. Just so Michael Chandler could never fight again too. Because I'm sick of this guy. Are you not entertained with your dumbass fucking speeches on social media? No one gives a fuck about your speeches, your cryptic messages, your goddamn fortune cookie sayings. That's all you are. You're a walking, muscular fortune cookie. That's all you are. The piece of shit. And if you're a Michael Chandler fan, you're a cuck too. You're cuck Chandler. Bunch of cuck fans, cuck Michael Chandler fans out there. That's all you are. Bunch of cucks. Oh, I like to watch Michael Chandler fight. Yeah, you do? You do? The guy that waits around and blows Conor McGregor until he fucking nuts and gives you a fucking fight. Michael Chandler walking around with Conor's jizz in his cheeks, storing him like a bunch of nuts. Not swallowing it quite yet, hoping that he jizzes in his mouth one more time. Alan, you have no idea how tall I am. You have no clue. And you're a cuck for believing me. You're a little cuck, Alan. With your dumbass Alan name. Let me guess, you're a fucking Alex Pereira fan? Oh, look, I got an arrow. Look at me. Oh, look, he's shooting an arrow. The luckiest champ ever. Wait until fucking Autism Man gets him. You just wait. You wait. You dumbass Allen name. Named after a goddamn wrench. Fuck out of here. Oh, God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We got to see that stupid phone. We got to see all these stupid these shorts of that dumbass kid that does the stupid Alex Pereira thing over and over again. We gotta see that kid pop up again. Glover Teixeira jerking off in his corner. Glover Teixeira just jerking off in Stoneface's corner. This is all Conor McGregor's fault. Actually, no, it's not. Injuries happen, Conor. You'll be fine. It's Dana White's fault for dragging us along this entire time for no fucking reason. My drink is closed. Stay hydrated. Oh yeah, fuck you, Poirier, too. Fuck you. You suck too, Poirier. Oh, God. I went to the doctor today. I had blood work. They did a breath test. They're testing for the ulcer. What do you think I have? Of course I have an ulcer. I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. Cuck boy against the greatest to ever enter the octagon. Of course, I've been waiting forever for this thing. Unbelievable. Right, Niall? Right? We could have heard this news. The UFC could have said, okay, Conor's hurt. We're going to do damage control. Don't worry, fans. But no, they were afraid that people were just going to immediately go for refunds, which they're going to do anyway. No one's paying $12,000 to watch Autism Man versus Stoneface. It's a great fight. It is. I'm not going to lie. It's a great fight. It's not the same, man. There's nothing they could have put there that could have matched the return of Knox. Poirier got his shorts fixed yesterday. That's good to know. That is good to know. And Hamza Chimaev, just laying there. Did you see that picture of him dying on the fucking hospital bed? Like, what the hell's going? What's up with this? Stop fighting, bro. Or stop. You know what? You're not gonna smash everybody. Just smash the medicine in your mouth. Get better, okay? Smash the medicine in your mouth. Mike Tyson pulled out of the Jake Paul thing. That shouldn't happen. Jess, you have any thoughts on this before you go? She doesn't have. She's crying upstairs. She's going to go upstairs and cry. She's so fucking sad. My wife is devastated. What happened to him? Well, apparently Conor McGregor is going to be fighting at the end of the year against Chandler. So they say. All the UFC had to do was just let us know early. That's all. I could have saved my breath making those other videos. Is he fighting? Is he not fighting? There's a fly around my head. Look, there's a fly. Even the fly's pissed off. What the fuck? Oh, I almost got him. So fucking, even the fly just broke into my house. See a zit on my nose? You know what this? That's zit 303. It's all the stress popping out of my pores because of this shit. Ariel was saying August. I mean, now you got to think that the UFC is like, you know what? I don't think Conor has a serious injury, but look, there it is. It's Jeff Goldblum right there. I think the sphere makes sense. All the sense in the world now. Like now, it would be dumb if Conor's going to fight at the end of the year. The UFC is probably like, okay, pump the brakes. Let's do a little damage control, because if you have McGregor in the sphere, you know he wants to fight there. That makes all the sense in the world. That is actually, because nothing is really guaranteed at the sphere. And that is in September. So, you know, he says August. They say August. I think September is probably more realistic. Conor's a bitch. I'm tired of him already. I tell you what. Think about this. Dana White sat him out during COVID. He was ready to go, but Dana didn't want him to fight in the Apex. Okay? Conor McGregor has an injury right now. Okay? We don't know what the fuck it is. We don't know the severity of it. But if he's coming back at the end of the year, I don't think it's the most serious of injuries. In fact, he might have been cleared to fight, But Dana might have been like, hold on. If you're even close to being injured, if I don't know. He probably was like, let's pump the brakes here and figure something out, because the sphere makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Imagine you roll up on the Vegas Strip and you see the Notorious's face screaming on the side of that big egg. Not egg. Dome, whatever the fuck it is. That big Mysterio head. Sphere card, Jones, Strickland, Conor, Dustin, Nuñez. Jones won't be in the Sphere. Jones will be fighting in Madison Square Garden in November. You could lock that up. You could lock up. Yes, Sphere tickets will be $30K. Yeah, because Dana said that they're never going to do another event at the Sphere. So what do, right? That means it's going to be very expensive to put together a Sphere event. So what do? You put Conor in there. That's what you do. You don't have to even put a title fight in there. You put Conor in there. It would sell like crazy. Look at all the views that everyone's been doing on social media, just posting anything about Conor McGregor. For some reason, he's still massively relevant considering the inactivity, which is nuts. It's pretty mind-blowing how that works. I can't, even being a Conor fan, I can't wrap my head around that shit. I think he bruised his ankle. Yeah, they're saying, I mean, the rumor is it's not that serious. Trump won't attend. Conor doesn't care more about fighting. No, I think he does. Conor doesn't have to fight. We all know this, right? It's not like Conor's fighting for money. Conor's just fighting out his contract, and he's got that. He doesn't even have to do that. Like, he could just vanish. But he's a fucking narcissistic guy that thinks that he can still compete with the best. He does. Like, I mean, that's just, for some fucking reason, he didn't listen to himself. The old Conor says, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to win 2 belts. I'm going to get out young. And that's it. He didn't get out. He just stayed in there. The guy likes to blow money, and he likes to fight, man. And he likes drugs. Drugs are expensive. I mean, the money that he's made off of that Proper 12, making the movie, his previous fights. I mean, this dude is, he's swimming in cash. This it's not like this guy's broke. This dude actually wants to compete. In his fucking crazy brain, he thinks he could still compete. We may never find out if that's happening, because the rate we're going, Conor McGregor's fighting in 2039. Who the hell knows? We meeting for the Sphere? I don't even know anymore. I'm so depressed. I can't talk about that. I got to talk about these 3 shitty cards that are coming up. The card on Saturday, which was fine because I knew, hey, we have Saudi Arabia. Khamzat's coming back. No, he's not. What a massive disappointment Khamzat Chimaev is. Just an utter disgrace. You know? And, it's not his fault. It's medical shit, right? All that medical nonsense that's going on with Khamzat. Man, I wasn't even supposed to be live tonight. I don't know what I'm doing. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. That's what I say. Whose injury is worse? Khamzat apparently is like on his deathbed. Like, this dude, this is the second time. This is fucking fly. Like, what's happening here? Fuck. Khamzat is on his, it's the second time he went through something very, very serious. I don't think Khamzat should fight anymore, to be honest. I think we should move on from that, because there's a lot of crap going on internally with Khamzat Chimaev. Like, this dude he's like Mr. Glass. It's crazy. Fukin Ortega as the co-main overpriced fight night. Dude, it's nuts. You see, there you go, Pale Monkey. You know what I'm saying? Listen, T-City versus Lopez is a great fight. It's fun. Like, just stylistically thinking about those two, rolling around on the mat and going crazy on each other. Very interesting. But let's be serious, guys. Come on. But this is a pay-per-view co-main event. What the fuck? What? Diego Lopez, is he even ranked? Is he ranked? I don't even know. He just beat Sadiq. I mean, it's a good fight. But come on, it's a pay-per-view. This is like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? With that being said, I do like Diego Lopez. Who do we have? We had someone on recently. Oh, by the way, Tom Aspinall reached out to us. Hit the notification bell. We're going to have Tommy Aspinall on the show. There we go. A little bit of good news for you. UFC 303 will be fine. We were supposed to actually interview him today, but I didn't see the email. None of us saw the email. Diego is going to go to Charles. No, it's going to be, they want pre-recorded. It's a whole thing. I can't really talk about it. I'll talk about what having him on, but it's going to be pre-recorded. Yeah, that was the deal. I don't know. They reached out to us, so I'm like, whatever. And Crybaby Aspinall. Well, I mean, he's the real champ right now. Let's be serious. It's not John Jones. Yeah, it's not really John. They say John's the champ, but I don't know. He wants to fight Stipe. At least Aspinall's fighting contenders. No, Aspinall hit us up. His people hit us up. I watched his vlogs. Chill dude. He actually seems like a nice dude. He does. Bones is ducking Aspinall. Yeah, he is. I mean, listen, John's the GOAT. I agree. John is the GOAT. But right now, I mean, if John don't want to unify the belt with Tom, like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know? Tom is a legend in the UK. Jones is a gay little duck. What about that video of Jones with his boyfriend? Jones swinging both ways. I never saw it. Chris, would you fight Tessa? There was a gay guy in The Boys that we were just watching. All of a sudden, this dude just starts making out. I'm like, what? This is season number 4. What the hell? All of a sudden, this guy's gay now? Like, what the? I was waiting for John Jones to slide in. Getting an active champion, even interim, truly moving up in 2024, like you said. We've had many. I had John Jones on twice. Listen, moving up. We've leveled up year one. We're elite. We're elite over here, Sonosi. What the fuck? Just because you weren't around when we had John on, that means you were late to the party. It's called The Boys. Not briefly. Oh, how many times did you have Jones on, Sonosi? How many times did you have him on your program? Dude, if I had him for a second, that's 1 second more than anyone else that I know had him on. Come on. The fuck? What's going on here? Listen, what do you think? I'm the type of guy that waits on lines to take pictures with these fighters? They call me. They come on my show. John Jones, I never even asked John to come on the show. He just came on. He wanted to come on. I'm saying? The fuck? They just asked me. The fuck? Don't you know who you're talking to here? What the fuck? I'm fucking triggered, man. Goldberg was your best guest. He's a great guy. Goldberg's fucking awesome. Like he's a friend. Good dude. Do they call you the Red Rocket? They do, yeah. How'd you know? Oh my god, dude, I can't fucking believe this. I'm so bummed, man. I am. I'm bummed out because, listen, like, old joking aside, you put aside everything. The fight week was gonna be lit. It was gonna be nuts. It was gonna be a lot of fun, The whole lead up, the walkout, him staring into the camera, the fucking crowd going crazy, the chat just exploding, the haters, the lovers, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're all uniting to watch a fucking circus, watch the double champ get back in there, try to recapture the magic. The story is fantastic. Off of a serious injury. Like, the whole thing was beautiful. Against the little cuck that's just waiting around for the payday. It would have been glorious. Even if Conor got stomped on by Chandler, who cares? It would have been a lot of fun. Damn, man. Yeah, Goldberg's doing boxing commentary. He's doing, he does BYB as well. Goldberg's staying super busy. He's a G. Goldberg is like one of the coolest guys we've ever met. Like, real cool dude. We text and he's a great guy. Remember when you interviewed Sam Alvey behind a sketchy gas station? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he called up. His kids were locked in the minivan. we're doing an interview. He's like, shut up. And he's like talking to him. This fucking fly. Look at this. The fly's pissed off. I don't know what to say, guys. A complete nightmare. Oh, thank you for the... Look at these subscribers. Holy shit. Damn, man. Thank you for subscribing, guys. I appreciate that. Someone showed a scene of him in a movie with De Niro. What was Conor's injury? He's on his period. Man. No, it's supposedly the injury wasn't released, but it's supposedly nothing super serious. It's something he'll be able to fight at the end of the year, so they say. He's still able to go to the club and make out with his fiance and harpoon whales in the bathroom. He's still able to do that, you know? Do you truly think the fight will ever happen? Yeah, I do think it will happen. I do. Like, it's not a complete, like, listen, he's not fighting at 303, but he is going to fight before the year is up. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of, you know, stars got to line up. When you got Conor, who is big superstar Conor, not hungry plumber, like Super Mario trying to become champion Conor, it's a whole different guy. So now, like, the smallest injury or whatever, you know, whatever it is, he's not going to fight until he's 100% ready. It's not going to be like the old days where Conor would fight through injuries. That before that leg injury that he had, if he didn't fight, you know, if he pulled out of that fight, he never would have snapped his leg in half. He actually had an injury going in there. So now it's like, what do you do? I mean, you're 35 years old. What are you going to do? Going in with a little injury that could become a big injury? Or do you go in there as healthy as possible, you know, if you're trying to make this epic, you know, run? That's where we stand with Conor. So, you know, it sucks. We got a good fight, but it's just not the same. You know, the juice is not quite the same. Did you see Chandler's tweet 4 hours ago? No. What did he say? Let's see. Let me guess. It's some other fortune cookie nonsense that he keeps putting out there. Michael Chandler, the fortune cookie. Okay, 4 hours ago. What's this, 7 hours ago? Okay. MMA fact of the day. This is 7 hours ago. Amount of times these fighters have pulled out of fights in their entire career. The Notorious, 0. Michael Chandler, 0. And then he puts hashtag UFC 303. So that's the last tweet from Michael Chandler 7 hours ago. So I guess he's alluding to the fact now Conor has 1 next to his name that he's pulled out of. I guess that's what he's saying. Yeah, I guess that's what he's alluding to. So Chandler probably knew all along, I'm assuming. It is weird. I would like to know, when he did that interview and he's saying, hey, the fight's still on, was he left in the dark? What do you guys think? Do you think Michael Chandler was... I still think he knew all along what was going on. I think he was part of the plan. Oh, my test results came back. Should we read them on air? Is it a boy or a girl? Okay, we're going to find out if I have the ulcer. I don't think I do, to be honest. I think I have... Well, let's see. What's the results? I don't think she would have put it in the chat if it was bad. Okay, here are my test results. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't write it in the chat if it was bad, so I'm assuming it's good. All right, fingers crossed. I did a test today. He was told what to say. Yeah, hopefully it's just GERD. I mean, I have GERD already. Gastritis and all that crap. But they're testing to see if there was any bacteria. So I don't, you know, they want to make sure I don't have to go on antibiotics or Biagnics. I don't want to pull out. You notice I don't pull out. Even when I'm sick, I stream. Not like Conor or these other guys. I don't pull out. It does, I got to say, it does kind of tarnish. Conor should have left after the second belt. He really should have. It would have been a magnificent story if he just bounced after that second belt, like he said he was going to do. You know, like, it would have just been a beautiful thing. People would have had all these what if things, and then that's it. But his head got a little too big, you know, just a little too big. No ulcer, okay. Just a massive GERD flare-up induced by stress. Okay, see, I'm so fucking stressed. All right, thank God I don't have a... All right, that's awesome. All right, so that's fantastic news. I've been having these chest pains. You wouldn't even believe it. That's great news. Thank God. I'm so glad I didn't go to the hospital. That would have been very expensive. But who knows what these bills are going to be for this breath test that they made me take. All right, so we're healthy, boys. We're healthy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not pulling out of anything, guys. Yeah, probiotic doesn't do anything. I got fucked up gut. My problem is stress. That's my problem. You may say, hey, you're such a handsome man with a beautiful community, you know? But why are you stressed? I don't know. I just am. I'm a fucking stressed out dude. Thank you, City Life Project. Appreciate you. You know, I'm stressed. I'm going to blame this on Dana White. Dana White for not telling us weeks ago when he knew that Conor wasn't going to fight. It's almost like they're doing this shit on purpose so they could keep filming their stupid ass Roku series. And then they're going to release that to get a ton of ratings. Like, it's just like we're getting dragged around. I'm going to say boycott the UFC. You know, I make a living off the UFC. I do a lot with the UFC. I promote them very much. We might have to boycott this shit. We may have to never have to buy a pay-per-view again. Take a stand. And I got ESPN Plus as a sponsor. Sorry, ESPN Plus. But you guys better straighten out the UFC because this is getting ridiculous. I can't be getting like, you know, these fake ulcer attacks. Don't lie down after a meal. Eat food slowly and chew thoroughly. Don't consume foods and drinks that trigger reflux. Don't wear tight-fitting clothes. Oh my God, I do all that shit. The tight clothes with my body? Could you imagine me without a tight-fitting shirt? I mean, it's like, it's almost a sin. With my fucking impeccable body? Sometimes I look in the mirror, I'm like, can the shirt get any tighter? Don't have sex. Yeah, you got to see the list that they gave me of things I can't eat. I'm like, all the fun stuff. This is fantastic. Yeah, I do have to go on meds, though. It's okay. We'll get through it. Tank Davis is fighting tomorrow. All right. I'll be sure to miss that. That little fucking woman beater. That mongrel of a woman beater. I'm not going to... You couldn't pay me to watch him fight. Little mongrel. Tank Davis. He's a talented kid. He's just a little animal. Can't eat ass anymore? Oh, man. I can't fucking believe this. It sucks so bad. A little baking soda. Yeah, I know what I got to do. I kicked the GERD before. You know, I did it before where I knocked it out, man. Like, I know what I got to do. We got to stop the sweets again. We got to lower the stress. My diet's actually pretty good. It's not terrible. Today I had a bad day. Today I kind of fell off the wagon. Roku show is hunter propaganda. Yes. Yep. That's exactly what it is. They're like, hey, look, this guy's, oh man. When Dana hangs it up, you're in good hands. Good hands. Hunter's got your back. You're that lawyer looking motherfucker. Yo, Pale Monkey. Thank you, man. Bringing the spirits up. Look at Pale Monkey. Thursday night. Gifted a membership. That's awesome. Is that up? What the hell's going on here? Thank you, pal. Great moderator. Gift giver. See, look, you just Daniel Miranda, I don't know what your status was with the whole Conor situation, but I bet your spirits are higher now. You got that beautiful badge next to your name. So look at you. So yeah, if you're just jumping in, Conor McGregor is officially out of 303. Apparently, he's going to be fighting at the end of the year. Let's just keep on pushing it back. Michael Chandler's a complete cuck for money. And we'll be getting more fortune cookie sayings from him. Yuri Prohaska will be fighting Alex Pereira, which is a good fight. Deserves a rematch considering Yuri got robbed the first time from Goddard. But not quite. Nothing's the hype of a Conor fight. So it's a complete letdown in... Like, I love the casual influx. Love all that stuff. You know? He'll fight another 5... Yeah, maybe around 40 he'll come back. Maybe. It's so crazy, man. They were even up until today. There was a story on the UFC Instagram today. Like, literally today. It just goes to show you that the UFC was just trying to milk this shit for all they could, hoping that they sell a bunch of pay-per-views and people would just forget and not try to cancel. Fucking hell. Slow carb. Yeah, I try to avoid. I don't. Oh, yeah, I do like carbs. Like in the morning, I don't have much breakfast. I mean, carbs and breakfast. I usually just eat eggs, 4 eggs every day. But I lowered, like, I don't do the cheese anymore. I used to do cheese, no more. I just hard-boil the eggs, throw them in my face. Just put seasoning and all that stuff. Now I get the GERD, so I can't be doing that stuff. So now just 4 hard-boiled eggs in the face. Drink lots of water, lower the stress, keep exercising, become a massive monster of a human being. What else? Cry into my pillow, knowing that Conor's not going to fight at UFC 303. Got to stay away from that sugar, even though I had ice cream today. I did have ice cream. I'm like, well, it's nice and cool. Maybe it'll soothe it. Oh my God, dude, what the fuck? It's Father's Day's on Sunday. Conor, this is the worst Father's Day gift ever. Certified hunter hater. Late night walks will give you a fix. Yeah, I should do late night walks. I should. But the kid, yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll go in the street and I'll go sobbing in the street after the stream. I'll just wail, just cry and moan in the street, just dragging my feet up and down the block. Hey, what's wrong with that guy? Oh, it must be because Conor McGregor pulled out of the fight. Must be that. Yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. The real men know what's up. According to Google, egg yolks are highly in fat and can trigger GERD. Egg whites are safer. Yeah, probably. Yeah, high fat things are not too good, but I think I could get away with the yolks. I think. If it gets bad after that, I probably will yank that. I did the whole egg white thing for a while. Remember when eggs were terrible for you? Remember eggs? They're so bad for you. Don't do it. Don't do the eggs. Don't eat the yolk. You're going to fucking die. And I believed it. I was like, yeah, okay. Then I realized it's the dumbest shit ever. So yeah, I got GERD. We'll get through it. Bone broth, dude, I love bone broth. I'm trying to get that Kettle Fire to sponsor us. I would love just a trade for service. Kettle Fire, answer your DMs. Send us your fucking $14. It's expensive, that Kettle Fire, man. Super expensive. I'm trying to get a promo code for you guys. You know? I'm trying to hook you guys up with a promo code, Kettle Fire. Dude, I would have that bone broth every day. It is high in sodium, though, right? It's high in sodium. If you have GERD, it might not be the best thing. But once I bump the GERD, I would love to get back on that. Do I eat before bed? So that's a little bit of a problem. Especially when I had an edible tonight. Maybe that could be the reasoning for my... I just did a Dana White. That could be the reasoning for my my antics earlier in the stream. I'm a little more subdued now. I think it kicked in. But I do binge at night, and I think that combined with the stress was... We're going to lower that. We're going to stop binging at night. That's 2 gems. That's probably it. The munchies, oh my God, they're brutal. But now that the GERD's here, I have a little more control. They've done Rob White dirty, in my opinion. Tired of making my own broth. Kainotto, did you ever try that Kettle Fire? That Kettle Fire is good, man. I just heard it through the UFC. Like, that stuff is good, man. Yeah, results specify stay stress-induced. Your eating habits may not be helping, but basically the doctor is telling you to calm. Yeah, my doctor, when my doctor was diagnosing me today, she was doing it in a very calm manner. I just started laughing. I'm like, you saying this because I'm a fucking stressed out prick? It is. It's fucking stress. It's the dumbest shit. Like, when I think about what I'm stressed about, it's the dumbest. Makes no sense. I got to screw my head together. It's all Dana White's fault for not letting us know earlier. All he had to do, like, I would have never had GERD. I blame GERD on UFC 303. Mike B, what are you, 12 years old? What is this? With your chama shit? To grow up. Grow the fuck up, man. You potards out there. I hate this is what I can't stand. Let me tell you, you know what I don't like? When I enjoy a fighter, and you guys fucking ruin it. I can't stand it. Drives me nuts. I hate it. Like, I like Alex Pereira. I was so happy when he beat Izzy. So fucking happy. You know, he was the best. And you motherfuckers, you got to just beat the dead horse. Just beat the dead horse over and over again until I can't stand it anymore. And the minute I criticize one of my favorite fighters out there, all of a sudden, you guys ride to their defense like they're your fucking father, like they're your child. It's like, God, fucking hell. Give me GERD. Don't spam Chama chat. You're going to frustrate me. You're going to make this zit get even bigger than it already is. This is a Chama zit right over here. Chad King, rent-free. What do you got to be? What, 4 years old? Rent-free? Who says that anymore? It's 2024. Move on. Rent-free. I was saying that shit 10 years ago. 20 years ago. Fucking grow up. Just grow up. Rent-free. What are you? What's wrong with you? Fucking babies. It's like sometimes I feel like I'm babysitting, you know? 30 years ago, Rent-free came out. Midlife crisis. I'm past midlife. You talking about me? Or is it you? You having a midlife crisis? I'm past midlife. I got fucking 2 feet in the grave. I'm just hanging on by a thread over here with just a fantastic body and a beautiful zit. Got people in my chat saying Chama. Please say Potards again. Just spam the chat, Potards. What do we team? All right, Chama or Potards? Where are we at over here? Because like I said, I'm a Pereira fan. I don't hate Pereira. I just fucking hate the fans. I have nothing wrong with Pereira, actually. I like watching them fight. You're someone to look up to. Thank you, Roberto. I know I liked Roberto. I don't know why anyone would look up to me, but thank you, man. You're a gentleman, Roberto. Oh, look at you. Super chat. You can pay for my probiotic.
Kainotto gets bone broth straight from the tap.
Dude, guys, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Tropic Tom. Listen, I'm not watching the boys here because of this shit. Poor Jesse went to bed. And here I am venting to you guys. I'm hurting right now.
CBD.
Oh, whoa.
CBD.
What do you got over here? Tail monkey.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
So basically the doc is saying more indica, less sativa. Yeah. We just need to all get a bong.
You know, you're right. I feel pretty good right now. And I did have indica. Yes. That's what I am on right now. A little bit of indica. And yeah, I feel pretty, I get the pain in my chest. Like it's there, but it's not like it's doable. I feel in the zone. I feel chill and sad. I feel sad, guys. This is my therapy session today. Notorious Conor McGregor's injured for the first time ever, pulled out of a fight. I never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd see the day. To all the people saying, you could say, I told you so, say it. You say, I told you so. You said, I told you so after the Aldo fight. No, I told you so. Eddie Alvarez fight. No, I told you so. Nate Diaz. No, I told you so. No, none of that. You know, before then, you guys are saying the same shit for years. Finally. And that's why the beauty of being a fight fan. That's why I love this sport. Because no matter what, you can keep on talking shit. Because eventually, if your fighter sticks around long enough, you get to gloat. You know? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful sport. So go ahead. Have at it. Don't worry, Alex Pereira. I'm going to have my moment when Alex Pereira gets fucking smoked by a retard on UFC 303 main event. Get ready. Get ready. I'll still be a Pereira fan, but I'll be dancing on all his fans. Yuri Prohaska and New. Get ready for it. And I'm going to ride the heel train all the way there. I'm going to ride it. I'm pivoting, guys. I'm pivoting. Massive pivot. Heel. Move by myself. I'm riding it. Yuri Prohaska, who's fucking with me? Enough with the potards. Enough with you guys. I've had enough. You make me sick. It's like a bunch of Yankee fans when they were the dynasty and, well, you front-running retards. All you guys, I know what's going on here. I'm on to you. All you want to do is root for the winner until they start losing, and then you jump on another fighter. I know what you're doing. I've seen it a million times. You don't stick with a fighter. You jump around from champ to champ. Where were you when he was laying unconscious, when Izzy was shooting arrows into his corpse? Where the fuck were you guys? I didn't see no chamas at all out there. All I saw was arrows getting flung into his fucking body. And I hated seeing it, I got to be honest with you. I couldn't stand seeing it. But now, in hindsight, I look back and I'm like, good for you, Izzy. You fucking dog-jerking motherfucker. You went in there and shot arrows into his fucking dead corpse. He was dead. You didn't have to shoot any arrows in the guy. You killed him already. But what did you do? You unleashed arrows in front of him. In front of his children. Chama. All you motherfuckers forgot about that. All the potards completely forgot. He was unconscious on the floor. All those motherfuckers. All those dick-riding Brazilian... I like the Brazilians. All the potards out there. He was like, on the mat. Just a straight-up meme. Izzy was just... got all tribal on his ass. The kids are crying in the front row. Where were you guys? Were you guys lifting his kids up? Holding them. You guys just left it. The burning wagon. And then all of a sudden, he gets a gifted championship in another weight class. And all you motherfuckers, a gifted decision win against Blachowicz. And all you guys jump right back on that Chama dick. Just chomping on the Chama. Does anyone think Anthony Smith, does anyone think Anthony Smith is going to beat, what's his name? Hold on a second, guys. Let me catch up in your alerts. I'm sorry. You guys are trying to support me, and I'm all fucking pissed off here. I'm just on a roll.
Wonderful.
Kainotto.
Moss, I have personally told you, along with all the other doctors in the chat, that you eat like a 15-year-old pothead. Eating rich, tomato-based foods at midnight isn't good for your old ass. Hopefully you'll tone it down and take kratom.
Thank you. I'll do that. No, at night, anything's a go when I'm completely stoned. And that is a problem. You don't eat. You don't feed me after midnight. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm like a gremlin. You got to see me. I wish I had a camera in the kitchen while I was feeding. I just put a feed bag on my face and I just started eating. So yeah, the late eating and the stress, two bad things. My body, though, I could handle this stuff. But for some reason, the stress I can't handle anymore. Thank you, Kainotto. It's very kind of you. Thank you for the advice.
Wonderful.
Optimistically cynical.
Just woke up to hear the news. Never stop believing Moss.
I won't. He will return by the end of the year. They're probably going to put him in a dopey sphere, which is going to be glorious. It will be glorious seeing Conor McGregor, his big head on the sphere. But at this stage, I got to be honest with you, I'm still pissed off that the UFC didn't let him fight in the Apex. I'm still pissed off about that. During COVID, they had a prime opportunity to put Conor in the Apex, and they said, no, we want him there for the big arenas and this and that. I'm sorry, I'm still pissed off about that. Things could have been a lot different. But here we are. Begging. Groveling for another Conor McGregor fight, and then just getting it yanked away from us. The UFC literally put a post out today on their stories with a graphic of Conor McGregor talking about UFC 303 like nothing's wrong. Today they put that post out, and then the same day they released this. The UFC gave me GERD. And I should change the title of the stream to that. One's in the chat if you want me to change. Thank you, Ace of Spades. I appreciate you. Great card to have in your hand. 9 months as a double champ. He says, I had Chandler in my parlay, along with Holland, Strickland, Dawson, and Islam. Do I still get paid? Oh, that's a good question. No, not yet, because they're going to still have the fight at the end of the year. UFC, you guys want me to change it to UFC? Do you want me to? Fuck it. Okay, I'll change it. Hold up. I'm surprised I didn't cry yet. Okay, hold on. Hold up. I'm a man of the people. The UFC gave me GERD. Conor McGregor is out. Okay. It is updated. There we go. Wow, what a title. Might be the best title ever in the history of YouTube titles. Make sure you smash that like button, because this was an impromptu stream. I mean, what do you think about that thumbnail? That was literally me between Boys episodes. I'm supposed to be watching The Boys right now. And here I am. Just wallowing in my own misery. I'm going to hit the like too, guys. I haven't hit that in a minute. I'm more upset about Chimaev. I got to be honest with you, I was like literally depressed today about Chimaev. Like legit. I went to the pool, I was playing with my kids, and then my dad's like, hey, let's go get something to eat. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. And as we're driving, I looked at him like, Hamzat's out. We just had this whole conversation about Chimaev being out. I love Dana White's fast-paced announcements. I hope he fucking drops dead during one of those announcements. That's what I hope. No, not like I'm not wishing him death, but I'm saying when he does die, I hope it's during one of those, hey, what's up, guys? You know, and then they fucking post it on Roku. They won't post it on social media. They'll make it a special Roku episode of when Dana fucking dropped dead. Like, you know, I'm sick of these fucking posts. It's so annoying. Yo, did Ed Boy just triple champ? Yo, what the fuck, bro? Hold on, let me catch up on this shit. That's fucking badass. Thank you guys. I see you guys subscribing, coming in. Yo, our short of Conor McGregor tonguing down his fiance. By the way, I gotta say that that's his fiance, guys. Like, people are like, he's cheating on his wife again. He's not married. That woman that he's cheating on his wife with is his fiance. Like, it's weird, but I noticed, like, I looked at the engagement on there. It's all Russia. Any Russia in the chat right now? Let me know. Russia, you showing up in the chat? Because that short is, like, getting crazy Russian traffic, and no one realizes that's his fiance.
Super chat.
Bird on Wire with the 499.
I'm tired of these insane rambles from a man whose own gut is betraying him, potent and still.
Oh, stop it, Bird on Wire. There's no possible way you could be a fan of the man that got arrows drilled into him. It makes you wonder if Sean Strickland, thank you, Bird on Wire. It makes you wonder if Sean Strickland didn't get smoked in that first round against Chama, Sean Strickland probably would have won that fight. You know, he might have won that fight. If Sean Strickland rematches, does he get the decision? Be honest. It's kind of crazy to think about. They'll never fight because they're boys now. That's probably never going to happen again. But it doesn't matter because Yuri's going to win anyway. I never understood how anyone could root for Yuri Prochazka. I don't know. I couldn't think of another fighter at the weight class that I could root for against Yuri. I'm a Glover Teixeira fan, like big time Glover fan. Yo, you guys are membering up now? Like, what the fuck? Look at you guys. Hold on a second. Hold up. Ed Boy, are we following each other? Ed Boy, slide into the DMs. And let's follow each other on social media, man. Thank you for being a triple champion. Yo. I don't have any sound effects. Thank you, Ed Boy. And how about this? MB Saeed became a member over here. This guy over here is fantastic. He's a champion of the chat. Thank you for membering up, man. Appreciate you. It's helping the GERD. You member up, it helps the GERD. Should I name the memberships the GERD gods? Should I make Casey Jones, sup? I shook his hand. I shook Glover's hand. I touched Glover Teixeira. I instantly became a big fan of Glover. He handled my Anthony Rumble Johnson question very well, with his teeth flying out of his head. But yeah, no, I like Glover. I've always been a fan. And one of the big reasons why I like Glover, because I had that crazy prediction that he was going to rise up the rankings as a geriatric man and snatch the belt. And everyone thought I was crazy. One of the most mystical predictions of all time. I was able to pull that off thanks to Glover Teixeira. So I'll always be forever in debt to Glover. So when he fought Yuri Prochazka and was beating the shit out of Yuri, let's be honest, and then Yuri got the submission, I was torn. That was like the first time I was actually torn with Yuri, because I do like watching Yuri Prochazka fight, and I can't really root against the guy. And I do like Alex Pereira, but it's easy to root against him because of his fan base. They're the worst. John Jones finally came out of the closet for LGBTQ. There you go. If you're a male, then go for it. Shoot your shot. All the people that were worried about John Jones being gay, slide into his DMs. Maybe you can suck his cock. I don't know. You fucking weirdos. There's so many things you could insult John Jones about. Being gay is probably the last thing that's going to insult him. How about the fact that he beats the shit out of his wife? Did you ever think about that? But you're like, oh, he's gay. Big insult. Nah, he beats the shit out of his wife. Nah, okay. Sure. That's fine. Makes no fucking sense. Nah, so he likes to suck a little dick. The most gay people are the most fearful of the gays. I find it uncomfortable to watch gays, yes. When I watched The Boys and two men kissed in this episode that I watched, me and my wife were very uncomfortable. With that being said, let them have at it. I mean, it is what it is. You're definitely a weirdo. Dude, you got a fucking... What the fuck is that? A hedgehog picture named Chad King? You fucking retard. You could possibly be king of the retards. Look at you. You're in a chat called Chad King with a hedgehog as your profile picture. You can call me gay. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me zit nose. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. But you'll forever be known as the fucking idiot with a fucking hedgehog pic. Like, what the fuck? What made you think that was a great idea? This would be fantastic. Let me find a picture on National Geographic and put this hedgehog. So what the hell? Let's name myself Chad King. What? Let me guess. Basement? No female activity? There's no possible way there was any female interaction with you at any point in your life, Chad King. Do you not understand that Conor McGregor is not fighting at 303, and you have the balls to come at me today? You get out of the way. Just get out of the fucking way. We're going through something here tonight. You know, maybe have a little respect for the King of the Dragons. I'm afraid of heights and gays. You're afraid of heights and gays? I think there's a name for that, right? You've been explaining the same joke for a minute. No, I'm using you as content. You can't be that stupid. I'm literally using you right now to make the rest of the chat laugh at you. It's what we do here on the MMA-Holes. Sometimes I run out of things to say. I need someone like you to come in, make me more interesting. You know? Actually, it's fun. I appreciate you. Conor's nothing burger now, right? No, he's still the greatest double champ that's ever done it. I mean, knockouts in 3 different weight classes. You know? Cocaine in movies. What hasn't he done? Autistic McGregor needs to retire. I don't know if he's autistic, to be honest. Like Yuri Prochazka, yes. But Conor McGregor, I don't know. Maybe he's on the spectrum. I mean, we're all on the spectrum in some sort of way, right? You have the same 8 guys for years. It's because of your ego. Yeah, my ego is fantastic. It's amazing. It's like one of my best qualities. Egomaniac, narcissist, king of the dragons. There's really nothing I could do wrong. The only thing that could beat me is GERD. I'm undefeated, undisputed. Just GERD gets me, you know? And this heals my GERD. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm on for so long. How long have I been on here? I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm 69 minutes. Hey, let's all reverse each other and tongue each other's. That dude needs Jesus. He does. He does. No, I don't know. I think Jesus wouldn't even allow him in. Why is Hedgehog mad? A hedgehog is probably someone from 8 years ago that was on our channel. Hedgehog, how long have you been watching? What was your original name? Actually, I unbanned everyone. So why do you have a new name? Five Guys. Five Guys is not very good. I know that's a gay joke, but it's not very good. It's not a good fast food place. I got to be honest with you. I think it's very overrated and greasy. I also think that ever since I've got introduced to Freddy's is phenomenal. Changed my name to avoid discrimination. I'm pretty sure Mexicans will win at the Alamo. I don't know what happened. Hedgehog is Glove Touch. You know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned Glove Touch. I was looking at we have like a 50K plaque from Glove Touch. I was like, whatever happened to Glove Touch? That kid was the shit. And they gave us this like 50K plaque that was kind of cool. He like made it and sent it to us. So it was pretty neat. You can ban me. It would be an honor. I would never ban you. If I can't say your name, then I'll never ban you. Johnny Smith is gay? Where the fuck is Johnny Smith's membership? This guy keeps on coming in naked. Can someone put a shirt on this? Put some pants on this guy? What are we doing here? You don't have a membership. It's like you're fucking walking around naked in my chat. It's creepy, man. Get that guy a membership. It's weird. I don't even want to read that. Five Guys sucks. Everything tastes like potato skin. Five Guys is just, it's super salty and I don't know. It's just really greasy and it's very overrated. There's so many great burger places out there. Five Guys, I mean, hey, listen, if you're drunk, you go there. Gets the job done, I guess, right? I've been watching since 2016. I was Space Cowboy. That does actually sound familiar. X6X. Glove Touch grew up. No, he floats around the community a little bit. I see him in the Discord. In-N-Out's great. In-N-Out's good, yeah. I gotta be honest with you, Freddy's, Fat Burger, like those are like my two favorites. I think In-N-Out and I think Jack in the Box are way overrated. Like I was shocked when I was like, I tried them out. Nothing blew me away. You spend all your money on crack? Well, that's a complete waste of money. D-Man dropping a deuce.
Wonderful.
Thank you, D-Man.
What up, Big Mouse just got here. I knew you had to do a stream for McNuggets, MC Nougat, MC Nuggets. Were you at McNuggets? LOL, Tony Ferg, Big Mac McNuggets.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do a stream tonight. I got to be honest with you, I wasn't because I was watching the boys and I kind of feel bad. Jesse just went to bed. But between episodes, I did see the post by Dana. I was just about to release it on the shorts and just hoard views that way. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just talk about it. Let's get it out of the way. Let's not save this for Fuko Friday. It's a sad time to be a UFC fan. Very sad. Conor McGregor is the biggest thing that's ever happened to the UFC. Let's be honest. There's nothing bigger than Conor McGregor in the UFC. Not one person. There were people that helped build what was the UFC, but Conor McGregor took them and catapulted them into something that was the biggest sports organization, biggest combat sports organization, right? Now boxing, by the way, which is kind of crazy what's that dude's name with the fucking, that wears the funny thing on his head? The guy that spends money on boxing, makes no money, but it's like a toy for him. He says he's going to take all of the organizations in boxing, like he's going to buy them all out and smash them together like the UFC. First off, it would be the greatest thing that ever happened to boxing. Second of all, it would be a massive, massive W for the UFC. The fact that this guy would say, hey, UFC's got something great over there. I'm going to smash everything together. And then finally you'll start seeing boxers fight each other that, should fight each other. It'd be great. It'd be great for the sport. I hope it happens. I really do. That guy's got stupid money. Giant churro and cheeseburgers. I just now understood what MMA-Holes means. The fuck? Everyone knows what an MMA-Hole is. What are you talking about? I wasn't thinking he was going to fight, so I'm not surprised at all. Oh, sober Carl, shut up. You guys, I'm not surprised. No, you guys. Shit. Dancing on our Conor McGregor fan graves. How dare you, sober Carl? The nerve of you saying you're not surprised. Oh, man. He's fighting at the end of the year. Just not at 303, unfortunately. But how many people think he's not going to fight at the end of the year? Let me know in the chat. We're going to hear a lot of that now. He's never going to fight again. He's never going to fight again. If you guys keep saying that, the motherfucker's going to fight. He's like Beetlejuice. You keep saying the fucking guy's name, he's going to come back. You know? You keep saying McGregor's name, he's just going to keep coming back. The thing you need to do is just stop talking about him. And say he will fight. He will fight. He'll fight. He'll fight. Do what I'm doing. He will fight. He will fight. Then he'll never come back. If you do not like Conor McGregor, stop saying his name. Stop talking about him. Stop saying that he's never coming back, because that's going to fuel him to come back. You know? But maybe you guys are fans. And maybe you want him to come back. Maybe this is all reverse psychology. I see what you're doing. Okay. By the way, I found an amazing thing that happened here. I had a rash in my armpit. And I shaved my armpits. It's been a minute since I did a body groom. I did it, and I shaved the pit. And I went outside. I did a bunch of yard work. When I came inside, I noticed this dreadful rash under my armpits. I was like, what is this? Very, very rashy armpits. Like bad, itchy. And it was terrible. I couldn't put deodorant back on. I couldn't do anything. I had to put something on it to stop the rash. So I put on, Jesse goes, well, this works for kids and babies when they have rashes. Put on, what's that called? Aquaphor. She's like, put it on your armpits and see if it stops the rash. But I'm like, am I going to smell and sweat and stuff? And she's like, well, just try it. And I tried it. Let me tell you something. I'm not sweating. And I'm not smelling. And the rash is gone. Is that healthy to put Aquaphor on my armpits? Like, can I do that? Because I swear, I have Aquaphor on my armpit right now. Not a smell. No smell at all. How is that? How is that even possible? How is it stopping the smell? It's so crazy. Baby powder? Does that stop rashes? That helps before the rash, but I don't think that saves the rash. They're not itchy. They feel great. A little lubricated. They might stain my shirts. I got to wear black shirts. If you know, I'm wearing a lot of black shirts lately because I've been staining it with Aquaphor pits. Is that safe? Is it safe to put? I know you guys are doctors in the chat. Is that safe to put Aquaphor on my armpits? I couldn't believe it. I was sweating today. I went out in 100+ degree weather as I was going between my GERD appointments. Walking in the heat, I'm like, oh, I'm going to stink when I go in there and take the test. Smell the pits? I'm still good. Actually, no, I took a shower when I got home, but still. It's patrol. So is it bad or good? It's safe? Omar, you die? What's happening? Does anyone try the Aquaphor on the pits? It's amazing. The hell? If you ever run out of deodorant, like I have like all natural deodorant. I'm like one of those guys, no aluminum in it, none of that shit. Like the natural deodorant nonsense. Baking soda on my pits? But why would I switch from the Aquaphor if the Aquaphor is working? Yeah, maybe I killed my sweat pores. Am I going to get like Aquaphor? Am I going to get pit cancer now? I was thinking about that. Am I going to clog the pores? Oh, you guys aren't going to give me the right answers. I thought you would. I was really relying on you guys. Read your question, Matt. You're going to have to repeat it, please. I can't see you past all these members in the chat. I'm 90% sure this fight is happening. Shut up, James Stack, you bastard. You fucking bastard. It is happening, actually. You're right. It is happening. It is. You're right. I'm sorry. I got pissed off at you for no reason. It is happening at the Sphere. It's clogging up my pores. That's what I'm thinking. It probably is. I'm about to start season 4 of The Boys tonight. Should I watch Gen V? Yes. Watch Gen V. Let me just tell you about this. I'm not going to go on and on. Subscribe to Gummy Gang. I'll be back on there. I should have streamed on Gummy Gang tonight, but this is too big of a story for me to neglect the holes. With Gummy Gang, I can do a whole episode on this. Gen V starts off like you want to shoot yourself in the head because it's you feel like you're watching a CW show with the teen shit or the college shit. Like, I'm like, this is kid shit, man. What am I doing? But once I started sticking it out, it pays off. And it's going to roll into The Boys. The Boys are for the adults. And Gen V, it's like MMA YouTube. Like, we're for the adults here. And then you got those other YouTube channels that are for children, the Gen V crowd. But no, it's worth it. It is worth it. I only saw the first episode of The Boys. I gotta move on. Gen V's okay. It's okay. It's not The Boys, but it's okay. But let me tell you what. The reason why it's okay is because of The Boys element in Gen V. I'll just say that. You watched The Boys last night? Or you started episode 1? Yeah, The Boys is legit. It was supposed to be over after next season, but now they're moving. They're going to keep it going, the party going. Let's go.
Wonderful.
DVSV.
The stars are aligned. Anthony Smith is now on the same card on paper as Alex. Alex will win and Anthony will win on paper. Alex will kill Anthony out and on paper he will miraculously choke Alex out with a full grappling game plan then beats John on paper.
I tell you what, if Anthony Smith finds himself in title shot and Yuri doesn't do his job, well, I mean, there's no way I'm rooting for Anthony Smith. I'll be a potard for that one. Please, Oldberg, just please, Carlos, Izzy's lover, please just go in there and punch Anthony Smith's face through the mat. Put a hole in his head, inside out. So done with Anthony Smith. He had to win his last fight against that freaking Brazilian. That fucking Brazilian. Kind of wants to fight in the Sphere, and if he fights Chandler, he won't be able to. No, he'll fight. He could fight Chandler at the Sphere. Why not? Conor could fight a homeless man, and it would sell a gazillion pay-per-views. That would be funny though if they did move on from the Chandler thing. Like, Conor is the reason why this fight doesn't happen, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's do the Sphere," but Nate Diaz wants to come back, and they do the trilogy. The Sphere. Oh my God. You know what sucks about this too? We'll circle back around. What sucks about this is I really wanted Conor to beat Chandler, and then the UFC find a reason to make him fight Islam. Like, it would have been so funny. You know the UFC would be like, "Oh, he won this fight at 170 against Michael Chandler. He deserves a title shot," and everyone would have been screaming about it. And the lead up to him versus Islam would have been fucking nuts. Like, we need Conor to get fucking back in there, man. We need him to get back in there. Win or lose, I don't give a shit anymore. I just need him to get back in there. Just for the opportunity, the chance that he actually wins this fight and goes on this fun-ass run. I can't believe Tony accepted the fight. Tony Fergus? Huge Smith fan here, and a Wyben will get Strickland. Anthony Smith beat John Jones with an illegal knee to himself. Oh my God, I can't believe he didn't just take. He should have just aljoed that so bad. So bad I wanted to see Anthony Smith do that. McGregor too rich. I think he made it. He doesn't have to fight again. He doesn't. So even if it's the smallest injury, he could say, "Yeah, I'm good." He could, which I don't think it's a big injury, to be honest. If they're saying he's going to fight it, later on this year, I don't quite think it's a big injury. I have a feeling he's like, "I'm too fucking rich for this shit. I don't have to come in fighting injured anymore." If you never pull out of a fight, and I mean, you fought injured, right? If you never pull out, you fought injured. So many fighters, almost everyone pulls out of fights here and there. It just happens all the time, But if you don't, you're clearly injured in fighting. Next, Conor's going to miss weight. That's next. Conor's never missed weight before. It would be hilarious. Even if he misses weight, though, now it doesn't matter because he's not fighting for a belt, right? Chandler has zero marketability. Conor doesn't need him anymore. Nate or Tony for Conor. Alex accepted. Chandler is done. I can't say. I think Chandler's along for the ride, but it'd be really funny if they just pushed him aside. I would laugh so fucking hard if they just pushed Chandler aside and they sidelined one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. Let's be honest, Chandler is. You know, as much as I was joking around about Chandler, he's very exciting. And I got to be honest with you, he is likable. It's just he's in my way right now. He's just there, you know. But it would be funny if the UFC said, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna move on from that. We sidelined you for how long? We're just gonna move on. The Sphere is the event of the year in the UFC. The Sphere is gonna be nuts. That's gonna be nuts. But remember, this is International Fight Week. You went from Conor McGregor to the card they put out now. Pereira versus Prochazka. Yes, listen, Pereira's a star. There's no doubt about it. And Yuri Prochazka is a blast to watch fight too. But if I went, my lips are really dry. I feel like Dana White right now. If I went down the block and I screamed out Alex Pereira, who is that? No one would fucking know. No casual would know. MMA fans know, yes. But when you're doing International Fight Week, you got to get the casuals involved in some sort of way. You know, you have to. Alex Pereira's not quite there. If Alex Pereira could speak English, he might have a chance to get those casual fans in. But I'm telling you, you walk anywhere, no one's going to know Yuri Prochazka. As much as I love Yuri, and I like Alex too, no one's going to know Alex Pereira. And that's the problem. We're replacing a guy that is a household name. You could ask great-grandmothers about who is Conor McGregor. Oh, that's the guy with his ass cheeks hanging out in Roadhouse. You know? But if there's nothing you can replace it with that's acceptable. So it's a fail. UFC 303 is a fail. It could be a good card. Like 300. It's almost the same. And coincidentally, 300 was headlined by Alex Pereira. It's like every time there's a letdown, they put on a good fight, but it just doesn't feel the same, right? Put Oliveira in over Chandler would be hilarious. I tell you what, Oliveira and McGregor would be fun. What fight is not fun though? Like I said, you can match up anyone against McGregor and it's fun. Oh my God, yeah, people have planned trips. Dude, that's crazy, man. Like, you can get your tickets back. But could you imagine, like, the UFC waited this fucking long? People are not going to be able to get their airfare back. Oh, well, hey, a Delta. I can't do it. Well, what's the reason? Well, Conor McGregor's not going to fight at 303. I go, well, fuck you. That's what they're going to say. Hey, JetBlue. I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. I just can't make it. I'm sorry. Well, why? What's the reasoning? You got a medical condition? Well, Conor McGregor's not fighting at 303. Well, go fuck yourself. They're all going to, they're not going to still go. What's going to happen? Are they going to lower the prices of their tickets? There's going to be mass refunds? They're going to say the biggest gate ever somehow? Magically? I tell you what, if you wanted to go to a fight, 303 might be a great one to seek out because this could be a fire sale. You know? Most airlines give credits for future trips, but that's not how life works, right? Like, I understand you get credits, but people need their money back. Because chances are they're going to want their tickets back. They're not going to go to Vegas. Like, what if Conor never fights? So now you have these credits, these airline credits that just are in limbo that you're never going to use. You know? It really fucks people up, man. You'll get, in Vegas, I've gotten my money back for a UFC fight. Conor has been washed since the Mayweather fight. Bro, like, what are you living in? How long ago are you living, bro? We're in 2024, man. We're talking about Conor Chandler. What are you talking about Conor Mayweather? What the fuck? What are you in? What do you have? Back to Michael J. Fox over here. You have Parkinson's. You're jumping in the DeLorean, going back in time, bro. Get to 2024. We're talking about now. We're talking about titanium shin bone, man. What the hell's wrong with this guy? Conor moves the needle. He does. Let's see. More people know Alex than they do Charles. Agreed. I do agree that. Alex bodies Izzy and took his popularity. Don't be oblivious, Moss. Alex toured Australia the last 2 weeks and everyone knew him. Zen book. If I went outside right now and rang my neighbor's doorbells and say, hey, who's Alex Pereira in the UFC? They'd be like, what? What are you talking about? No one would fucking know who he is. You're talking about MMA fans. I'm talking about the casuals. Big difference. Big difference. He was touring Australia to UFC fans. Like, it's not like if Alex Pereira walked into a fucking mall, no one would know who he is. You know? There's not many people that could even come close with the popularity of a guy like Conor McGregor. And that's the point I'm trying to make. That's where the big, the massive event that was 303. I don't understand. There's a couple of things I don't understand. Why do we not have a backup plan? Makes no sense at all. And why did they string the fans along as long as they did? That's craziness. So crazy. So fucked, man. But if you say Matt Damon, everyone knows. You're right. Nate Diaz, people would know. Yeah, people would know him. I'm still not as big as Conor, but Nate Diaz is a rock star. So, yeah. So with that mentality, we would never have any fight except for Conor fight. Zen book. You read books, right? You seem like an intelligent person. Do you fucking hear what I'm saying? I'm saying no one can replace Conor McGregor at 303. That's exactly what I said. No one can replace Conor McGregor. There's nothing they could have put there to sell that fight, to justify 12 grand tickets than Conor McGregor. No one. No one on this earth. No one. It's not that hard. Even Precious Khabib. No one. No one. It's the truth. I mean, that's the thing. Like, so that's why it's always going to be a letdown. No matter what happens. If Conor pulls out of a fight, which he's never done before, massive letdown and a massive money loss for the UFC, man. That's why I don't understand why the UFC didn't just say, okay, hey, listen, guys, I'm sorry. Conor's he's not going to be able to fight. Here's the reason. Don't worry, we're looking for more fights. If you want your refunds, get your refunds. But I promise you, we got some big fights coming up for you, in store for you. And, 303 will be taken care of with some great fights, blah, blah, blah. Do a little damage control. Instead, Dana White goes on, screams at everyone like, you should care about this. Did you guys notice, like, this fucking thing with Dana White? While he was screaming at everyone, he's basically like, you should care about this. Conor's out. Big deal. You should care about this. No. It's not how fucking life works, bro. You're going to go from 1 million pay-per-view buys to fucking 0. Not one person's got to buy that pay-per-view anymore. But if you do, use our link in the description down below. ESPN Plus, a great platform. Does this take away Conor's title aspirations? I tell you what, man. Like I said, if Conor would have beat Chandler, the UFC would have done everything they could to match him up against Islam. They would have made up some fucking crazy story saying, oh, yeah, this makes sense. They would have done that. 100%. He's got to fight. He's got to fight and then see where, everything is. I tell you what, if Dustin Poirier won the belt, I think that Conor might have fought through an injury in some weird way. I don't know why. I got to find out how serious this injury was for him to pull out. I'm very curious what this injury is. Dana's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. I'm getting sick of this fucking guy. Getting sick of him, Dana White, with his damn announcements. Do it in a different way, man. You're starting to piss me off. You're screaming at me. Like, I'm just getting angry. I'm getting angry as I was watching this. I was just getting progressively angrier. Did anyone else feel this? I was like, shut the fuck up. That's how I was watching. And was I the only one that thought this? Here, listen to this. I was like, this fucking guy. Just shut up. You motherfuckers. You've been selling this thing the whole way up and like it's happened. Like this morning, it was still happening. And then you fucking pull out the rug and act like nothing's wrong. Listen to this guy.
Is out of 303 versus Michael Chandler with an injury. The new main event is...
Like, it's just like, oh, the new main event. Bro, there's no such thing as the new main event. You literally had on your Instagram story today promoting the fucking fight.
All right, guys, here I am again. Conor McGregor is out of 303 versus Michael Chandler with an injury. The new main event is Alex Pereira.
Fuck off.
Former, not only UFC middleweight champion, he's also the first and only...
Oh, now you're going to sell me on how great Alex Pereira is? You're going to tell me, you're going to sell me Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka to the casual... The casual fans already said, fuck you. They're not buying the pay-per-view anymore. You're not going to have the big watch parties with the fucking all the casuals. The people sitting around the water cooler aren't going to be talking about this shit. It's done, bro. It's done. This is going to be a massive flop bomb. That's what it's going to be. And listen, as a fan, of course, I'm going to be hyped. I'm going to watch these fights. I'm going to enjoy it. But Dana White, who are you fucking fooling? You're going to start educating people on this? If you have to educate people on Alex Pereira, then you know the Conor McGregor fans aren't fucking watching this shit. They just want to see McNuggets, right? Is that what you guys call them?
Fighter to win both middleweight and light heavyweight titles in UFC history. He also did it in the shortest amount of time. He did it in 736...
Yeah, give me the backstory of Alex Pereira. Make me believe that this is just as good as the fucking greatest man to ever enter an octagon. The double champ. The man that's knocked out people in 3 different weight classes.
Days and 7 fights. He finished 7 of 9 wins by knockout, which is a 78% finish rate.
Oh, 78% finishing rate? Who gives a fuck? You know what's finished? The pay-per-view. It's finished. No one's buying it.
And won 10 of his last 11 fights, and he is facing former UFC light heavyweight champion Yuri Prochazka.
I love Yuri Prochazka, and I really like Alex Pereira. I do. And I'm looking forward to seeing them run it back. I'm looking forward to this. Not on 303. Just like UFC 300. Not on 300. Not on 303. You did it to us twice in 2024.
Who has an unbelievable 23 first-round wins. He has 25 by knockout and 3 by...
Just telling stories. Screaming at us. Fucking guy. You get it for free? Moss equals casual. Man, I've been casually watching the UFC for many years. I've been casually doing this channel for 8 years. Just casually, just coming on almost every night. Bullshitting about this sport. Living, breathing. Consuming this sport in many different ways. Some may say I might be the most knowledgeable person on MMA YouTube. In fact, I created MMA YouTube. Have some respect. Impossibility of a casual. Just casually doing this for so long. Unbelievable. Disrespect me and my GERD. My GERD abilities. Let's listen to Dana some more.
By submission, that is a 97% finish rate. The co-main event will be number 3 ranked Brian Ortega, who has the second most finishes in featherweight history and the second most submissions in...
Listen, this fucking Brian Ortega had a great outing in his last performance. Found God. Right? Now he's a new man. He's not making the mistakes anymore. He's a different person. He's just a sweet human being now that can viciously finish people. And he's fighting Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez, this guy is like, if you're a UFC fan, you know what you're getting with Diego Lopez. The guy's very good. He's very fun to watch. Annihilated Sadiq. Very impressive. Great fight. Not the main event for 303. Sorry. This is a panic move. Panic move, rushing Diego up the rankings. So you can fucking sell pay-per-views. You fucking pricks. You selfish pricks.
He won Performance of the Night 8 times. And he will be taking...
Just screaming at you, educating you. Like the fucking Conor McGregor fans give a shit about Ortega Lopez. By the way, Ortega Lopez should be in the fucking sphere. They yanked these people out of Mexican Independence Day and put them on 303 because they're panicking. because Jamal Hill fucking broke his penis.
Superstar Diego Lopez. He has 22 of his 20.
You can tell he's angry with Conor. Yeah, Conor's. So it's almost like sweet revenge, right? When Dana and the boys sidelined him for the Apex, maybe there's trouble in paradise. Maybe there's trouble in paradise. Maybe Conor's fucking playing games with the UFC. He's stuck in a contract. He has some ownership in BKFC. Maybe Conor's fucking playing games with them. And there's nothing the UFC can do. You know? Maybe. I don't know. I didn't even think about that, but it's possible. You know, there might be trouble in paradise. Because it does. Dana White sounds mentally drained. His tits are sagging through his shirt. You can't quite see it, but go watch the clip. Dana's titties are hanging. Titties.
And he will be taking on...
But did I make you mad? Did I make you mad, Mash D Gaz, you stupid ass name? The fuck? Where do you come out, you dumb fucking Star Wars fan? I used to like Star Wars. I used to like it. Then Disney took over. And you stupid ass have your fucking Star Wars helmet in your profile. You can't see. You call me a clown? You got a fucking Star Wars mask in your profile? Bro, grow up. Grow the fuck up. Dumbass stormtrooper in the chat trying to call me a clown. Look at you. Look at you. You are fucking... The stormtroopers can't even shoot straight. And you're like, yo, let's make that my avatar. That's a smart move. Fucking stormtrooper head. Don't you know I'm triggered? I'm high, I'm triggered. And you have the balls to come into my chat. And I see you here all the time with your dumbass stormtrooper head. Just shooting comments, misfiring with your comments, just like the goddamn stormtroopers. Fucking have some respect, bro. To the king. The man that's been doing this for 8 years on YouTube. The guy that fucking runs this game. Okay? Have some fucking respect. Let's get back to Dana White. Trying to pretend that this makes some sense.
Rising superstar Diego Lopez. He has 22 of his 24 wins coming by finish with 10 knockouts.
Oh, God, I hope Diego Lopez knocks out Ortega. Oh, God. Yuri Prochazka and Diego Lopez, if they can both get the dubs and just fucking run through those two, that'd be pretty cool. I want to see Alex Pereira out cold on the fucking mat. I want to see Yuri Prochazka doing the most autistic dance possible. Like some tribal retard dance or something, you know, on top of Pereira's corpse. And then I want to see this Diego Lopez kid knock that fucking stupid Cobra haircut off of Ortega's head. And then Tracy Cortez hops over the cage and then just fucking starts sucking Lopez's dick. Right in front of Ortega laying on the mat dead. This is filled with vodka. This is a gallon of vodka that I'm drinking. This is how depressed I am right now. A gallon of vodka. I just put it in here. I said, let's go. We're going hard tonight.
And 12 submissions, that's a 92% finish.
This guy's doing math. Like he's like, yeah, maybe if I do some math, throw some percentages out there, we're gonna soften the blow that the biggest star that ever stepped foot in an octagon has been yanked from a card when you've been saying this is gonna happen all the way through the nonsense. You've been saying, yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah, buy the pay-per-view. And you have the balls to fucking sell us like it's the bait and switch nonsense.
Right. Also, Jamal Hill is out with a knee injury.
He does look like he's gonna throw up Dana White. He looks like he's gonna throw up.
So, Carlos Ulberg, who was 11-1.
Oh my God, I hope Anthony Smith gets his fucking shit pushed in. I'm sick of him too. Conor McGregor's out. Let's save the card with Anthony Smith. Let's do that. No, I'm so... 92% finish rate. Unbelievable. Let's all run and buy the pay-per-view. No, now this guy's all caps. What are you doing, bro? Stormtrooper face. What are you fucking doing? Moss will jack off to the new Roadhouse, then cry himself to sleep over Conor 1-3, the biggest turd. Bro, the joke's on you. I've already jerked off to Roadhouse, bro. I've done that already. Fucking get with the times, man. I've already jerked off to it. Who didn't? Who didn't jerk off to Roadhouse? Stop with the caps lock. Calm down, man. Calm down. Just relax. Maybe take the mask off. You having trouble breathing through that fucking Stormtrooper mask? Were you cosplaying in my chat? What the fuck's wrong with you, weirdo? You're high? Let's go. Conor versus Chandler in the Sphere. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I think that's inevitable. I honestly think that Conor has a little injury. He probably could fight, but they're like, you know what? Let's not fucking... If you want to know my honest opinion, that's what it is. He has a small injury. He probably could compete, but they're like, you know what? Fucking pump the brakes. Let's not go crazy here. Let's mix things around. The Sphere, we need someone to headline that thing that's going to be so massive where we can try to make up the money that we're dumping into this shit. So let's put Conor McGregor in there. It makes all the sense in the world. And Mexican Independence Day is... Well, actually, that doesn't make any sense. We're going to need a Mexican. So Michael Chandler, you're going to have to take a seat. And Nate Diaz, you're going to have to step in. That doesn't make any sense, right? How are we going to work that out? Big Irish flag, Mexican Independence Day. You're going to have to have a Mexican opponent. So, all right, Nate. Let's see. Fuka Friday tomorrow. Let's go. Do a side-by-side comparison to Dana's face announcing the fight. Yeah, it should. Yeah. We should. You know what, though? Dana White, when he announced the fight, he did it at a media scrum. And it was almost like reluctantly, like the fight wasn't going to happen. That was kind of weird. The weirdest way to announce a fight, someone slipped him a napkin, like he was getting a number at a fucking bar. Someone just slid him a napkin. Like, here, call me tomorrow. And he picks up this napkin during the media scrum, and he's looking at it, and he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, Conor McGregor's fighting Michael Chandler at UFC 303. And it puts down the napkin and just starts ferociously licking his lips. You guys remember that? The weirdest way to announce Conor versus Chandler. And then the weirdest way to say they're not fighting. It's almost like the fight never was going to happen. Right? Did they just bait and switch on purpose? Was he never going to fight? Did they do this to con the audience into... Is this like some fucking scam? Right? What's going on here? Are there two Tazes in the chat? Did someone become a Taz? Mexicans want to use every excuse to have a barbecue. Hey, you can't. Hey, by the way, I'm glad you said barbecue. Some people say cookout and this and that. It's a barbecue, right? I agree. Have a barbecue. That's how you say it. My chips are so... My lips are so chapped. What's going on here? They must have consulted the lawyers. Like, what happened? Do you guys think that fight never was going to happen? And they're like, oh, well... It's so weird. The whole thing is so strange. I don't know. I might have to put on my foil cap and figure this out. Nice cute hair, Moss. Oh, baby. This is called right out of the shower. No product. No product in this hair. Just a little hair blow. Oh, got the little rat tail over here. Oh, yeah. We got it going on here. I would have done the hair for you guys, but I would have groomed the beard and done that. But no, I was watching the boys. I was literally just watching the boys, and fucking this news pops up. So here I am, 108 minutes in, shaking the camera, talking to you guys, just triggered, high as a kite. My wife's in bed. GERD activated. He's been giving Chandler the run around for 3 years. Guys, I got to say this. I think the UFC is equally to blame in all this. I think Conor and the UFC, like, they're both a problem here. Big problem. And Michael Chandler being that fucking moneybag cuck, like, I didn't expect that one. Like, I understand what he's doing for his family, right? He just like, let's just keep chasing this red panty night. Ride the Conor coattails. I did some stuff in the UFC, almost won a belt. But this, if I beat up Conor McGregor and win a lot of money, that would be fun. But it's weird, man. It's weird how he's just like this weird, just standby, like, twink that, like, what the hell? I don't think Conor will go again after energy. What? Conor's cocaine drips gave him a GERD, so he pulled out. Is that maybe he did have, Conor could have GERD. Possible. Yeah, see you at the top, Michael Chandler. Fucking fortune cookie. Goddamn fortune cookie, that guy. They did say a long time ago that Conor would never fight outside the U.S. I think he said Vegas. What's the news? Conor McGregor's not fighting. If you're just jumping in, Conor McGregor is not fighting at UFC 303. I'll go a couple more minutes. Then I gotta get out of here. I need room to cry. Did you see McGregor call Chandler's kid the N-word on X? What? The fuck? I think Lucky Charms more like the Frog Kellogg's. Conor has 2 fights on his contract with UFC. So does Fear and something in December. Yeah, well, now it's looking like only one more. I was hoping that Conor would fight at 303 and then squeeze one more in before the year is up. That would have been cool. 1-2 punch at MSG, Conor and Jones. That would have been fucking cool. But now I only think, if we get Conor, I only think one more before the year is up. 2 is very wishful thinking. But I like the way you think. Conor is done. How dare you, Life and Logic, say such nonsense? What I can't. Was just going to call a 303 main event. Yeah, because I would have been in a corner, like, shivering. My nerves, my knees clanking together. All nervous and shit. Money ruined Conor. Yeah, well, he did what he said he was going to do. Doing what he said he was going to do ruined Conor, because hungry Conor, like before the titles, was a whole different animal. But this Conor, like, all right, let me ask you this out of curiosity. You never pull out of a fight. You fight injured your entire career, right? And then you achieve greatness. You become a champ, then you become a double champ. You get these crazy money fights, novelty fights, boxing, whatever. You make the movies. Now here you are, 35 years of age, off of a big injury, and come back, and something happens, right, where you're injured again, and you maybe could fight. Would you fight injured? Or would you say, no, I'm in a spot where I don't have to do that anymore. I can fight healthy now. I think you would fight healthy, right? That's what I think. So if this is not a money situation here, this is a situation where he's like, well, I got to start thinking about myself now. He could have pulled out of many fights before with injuries. But this one, it's going to be interesting to hear what the actual injury is. It's going to be a bunch of nonsense. Who knows? Open the phone lines. $100 million in a boxing event. Yeah, that boxing event, it was a big shit show, but it was pretty massive, right? When he fought Floyd, that was pretty nuts. Like, the world stopped when he fought Floyd. That was crazy. So, I don't think he regrets that, to be honest. But as an MMA fan, as a Conor fan from back in the day, I bet a lot of Conor fans regret that. I do regret it as a fan. I enjoyed it. We got to, go along for the ride. But as a fan of McGregor in the UFC, yeah, it's a little annoying. It took you this long to make Ghost of Damn Sausage, dude. You've been in the chat how long? And this is how long it took you to make that? Boy, oh boy. You could have at least got his real picture. It's all over the place. That's a lazy job right there. Jake Paul said Mike Tyson fight is still on. It is, apparently. Do you care about that, Kevin? I don't know, man. Well, Jake Paul also said he was going to step in the UFC 303, which is a pretty solid troll job. Jake Paul going out there saying, yeah, I'll step in. Like, Jake Paul just dancing on the demise of the UFC. It's pretty funny. Is all hope lost? No. I think I do believe he'll be back before the year is up. I think this guy is too full of himself to not compete at least one more time. Now, if he gets stomped by Chandler or whoever he's going to fight, then that's probably it, right? I would say, yeah, I think that the party's over. But if he goes in there and beats the crap out of Michael Chandler, that's something that I think he still wants to do. I say he pissed hot. So you think maybe he popped on steroids and they're just trying to sweep everything under the rug? I mean, anything's possible. I don't quite go with that, but I mean, to completely dismiss that, if he did piss hot, it would have to be released. It would have to be out there. But who knows anymore? With USADA being gone and stuff, who knows? No one knows. No one fucking knows. All right, guys. Well, listen, this has been phenomenal. I had a phenomenal time hanging with you guys. I appreciate you guys becoming members, donating to the stream, picking me up, listening to me while I was very, very triggered throughout the stream. And you got through this far. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so. This was not supposed to happen tonight. I was supposed to be watching The Boys with Jess. Here I am. Here I am, summoned for horrific news. We'll talk about it more on Fuqua Friday. I'll bring a tissue box. But really appreciate you guys out there supporting us each and every stream. Remember, if you're not a member, member up, guys, because I do bonus member streams here and there where I just take my pants off and do helicopter dick. It's a great time. Become a member, and I'll see you on Fuqua Friday. Peace out, friends. That's going to be my new sign-off.